All right, we'll go ahead and get started. Thank you everyone for joining us. My name is Jody Brandt. I am the Education Attainment Navigator for the Greater Minds Initiative of Greater Spokane Incorporated. And I just want to thank everyone for joining us today for our virtual college fair. What we're going to do today is just kind of give an overview of Greater Minds and then hear from each of our different representatives from our Greater Minds partnerships. And I apologize as my thumbnail will not stay in one place. So there we go. So to get us started, so Greater Minds, as I mentioned, we are an initiative of Greater Spokane Incorporated. So we work with our higher education partners and our local businesses to provide educational support for their employees. So we have a group of employers that we work with, as well as anyone in the general public as well. We want to help individuals assist them with returning to school, finish their degree, and of course, unlock the opportunity for our region. So our navigational services, I just want to make clear, as everyone already knows, but I am not an advisor. And so the individuals that are on our webinar today are going to be your advisors, your points of contact for each of the institutions. My goal is to really help you evaluate what those educational goals that are, and then match those with those institutions and connect you directly to those individuals that can give you one-on-one information. And of course, provide any additional information that you may have questions about, and then also how to pay for it, which is the number one question we all are concerned with, is how am I going to afford college? And so helping you walk through the FAFSA process, identifying other scholarship opportunities, either through your employer, ideally through a tuition assistance program, or if you are needing to take out loans or find scholarships, I can be helpful with identifying those opportunities. So. But today we are going to be hearing from our partners, which I'm really excited about, to have representatives from Eastern, Gonzaga, Grand Canyon, Spokane Community, and Spokane Falls Community Colleges, Washington State University, and Western Governors University, as well as Whitworth. And so I'm very excited to be able to hear a little bit more myself from each of these individuals and learn a little bit more alongside you. So we're going to go ahead and start with Eastern Washington University. So Beth, you wanted to unmute yourself, we'll get started.
I think I'm good. So Jody, thank you for setting this up with the Greater Minds team. Really appreciate us giving us the opportunity to speak. I'm Beth Baker. I'm the director for the Adult and Lifelong Learner Resource Center at Eastern Washington University. Gabriel Chavez Garcia he is the Associate Director for Recruitment and Transfer. He wanted to be here today, but unfortunately he had another commitment. So I'm going to be speaking on his behalf. So forgive me if I stumble over this a little bit. So the admissions team at Eastern currently has 4 admissions advisors who actively support students transitioning to EWU from community colleges covering the entire state of Washington. And alongside those efforts, Gabriel has been designated as the point of contact for the adult and lifelong learners who are seeking to become an Eastern student. Gabriel and his team provide guidance, connecting prospective students to many of our campus resources. The admissions advisors provide outreach through text, phone calls, virtual appointments. They provide students with clear guidance and a smooth applications process, because I know a lot of times students kind of get hung up in that process, and for adult learners in particular, it can take a little bit longer. So they're trying to remove any of the barriers that those students might face. In addition, the admissions team also partners with the credit evaluators to provide students with a pre-audit of transcripts and transfer credits, and provide students a clear view of how long it might take to complete a degree, a certificate, assess a cost, that sort of thing, because we do know that that's primarily what students want to know. Now, once students arrive to campus, or students who are interested in attending EWU, that's where I kind of come into place. So as the director for the Adult and Lifelong Learner Resource Center, which is new to the Eastern campus and just really got going in January, after months of discussion. And so we've kind of just launched, which has been great. But what we're trying to do, or virtually right now, everything is remote, but our goal is to eventually create a space for students on campus, just a space where they can study, a space where they can gain access to the resources they need, ask questions, in-person contact, right? We all miss that. Or simply have a cup of coffee. We're trying to create an environment where our students can actually step away from the traditional age students on campus so that they actually feel like they have a community. I think a lot of times it can be a little bit intimidating if you're an adult student, particularly if you're an adult student who have kids in college. Might be a little bit different situation. So we want to respect that. Some of the resources that we have are not just scholarships, but we have some childcare grants. We have a couple different options for students to pick from as far as the home program, which is helping ourselves means education, and as well as the Biella Foundation. And these are childcare grants that students can apply through either department and receive funding to help pay for their childcare during educational hours. We also want to help adults navigate the college-going experience, because that can be a challenge, and we understand that. We also work really close with the career services team to provide an opportunity for students to be able to build up their resumes, learn how these new credentials can actually help them be promoted within their working environment. Our career services team is pretty phenomenal. Not only do they offer networking opportunities, but they do a great job with internships, interview prep, you name it, and they're on it. I think that, overall, our goal is really to provide student support for our adults returning in a manner that best reflects what they need at the time they need it. We understand that work and childcare come first, and we want to be as flexible as possible to help these students achieve success. I think a lot of times we can get caught up in the daily grind, and we forget that. So having some extended hours, being available after 5, early morning hours even, is important. EWU does offer a prior learning option within an interdisciplinary degree, which is really great for students who would like to earn credit for their work experience. I think that can never be underestimated. So I would encourage students to really seek that out if they're interested. I also encourage students to visit the Adult and Lifelong Learner Resource Center website. We've got a ton of information listed. We got resources listed, scholarships listed, and that's constantly being updated. And so if students have questions, or if there's anything that they might just have questions about, give us a call, shoot us an email. We'd love to hear from you. So that's kind of the overview of a few of the offerings at Eastern Washington University. There's much more, but this will give you a good start. Thank you, Jody.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Beth. Appreciate that. Next, we'll go over to Audrey with Gonzaga University.
Thank you, Jody. And thanks to Greater Minds for hosting today's webinar. My name is Audrey Minton, and I'm the Transfer Admission Counselor for Gonzaga University. Just to give you a little overview, Gonzaga is a private liberal arts university founded in Jesuit tradition. Jesuit education is world-renowned for providing a holistic student development of the mind, body, and spirit. And at Gonzaga, we call that Cura Personalis, or care of the whole person. Gonzaga is a medium-sized university with just over 7,500 students who hail from 50 states and 40 different countries. About half of the population is Catholic, and the others subscribe to various religions or no religious backgrounds, which is reflective of our staff and faculty as well. Gonzaga's undergraduate programs include majors from 5 different colleges and schools on campus. These include College of Arts and Sciences, School of Engineering and Applied Science, School of Education, School of Business Administration, and a School of Nursing and Human Physiology. Within these schools, we offer 56 different majors and 61 minors, as well as teacher certification in elementary, secondary, and special education. The university is ranked among the top 20% nationally, and we emphasize interdisciplinary and hands-on experiences such as internships, research, and fieldwork. We have happy students with 94% continuing education after their first year, and successful graduates with the class of 2019 saying that that 94% of them are working in graduate school or participating in full-time service work. Undergraduate programs are primarily held on campus with some online summer options, and we can create some flexible schedules to help accommodate students that are currently working or have restrictions. Most classes are offered Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or Tuesday, Thursday, and there are some evening offerings. Regarding financial aid, all students who complete the application process are evaluated for merit scholarships that range from $12,000 to $23,000 per year. And in addition, we also provide competitive scholarship opportunities for students at the freshman and transfer levels. Gonzaga is a military-friendly institution, and we certify the use of veteran benefits and GI Bill funding, including the Yellow Ribbon program, which covers the cost of tuition. And FAFSA is generally recommended. It's not required, but Washington residents with Pell Grant eligibility can often cover the cost of tuition, so it's a good idea. Transfer credit, students can transfer up to 64 semester credits, about 96 quarter credits from the 2-year colleges. There's no limit to the amount of transfer credit from a 4-year institution. All students have to complete 30 semester credits on campus, however. Next slide, Jody. Gonzaga's graduate programs also span those 5 different colleges and schools on campus, and we do have a School of Law as well. The grad programs offer 30 different degree options, a few of which include the nationally ranked Master of Accountancy, as well as degrees in business administration, counseling, education, leadership, which includes a PhD program, and the engineering nursing programs as well. Grad programs are more diverse in their delivery method, while several programs like the MBA and accounting degrees are mostly held on campus. We also offer popular hybrid and online programs such as the organizational leadership and the PhD in leadership studies. Currently, Gonzaga's grad programs offer a 15% scholarship to enrolling alumni, and they also offer use of military and veteran benefits. And FAFSA funding may be available to students who still have remaining FAFSA eligibility. Graduate applicants can transfer up to 20% of their program requirements for credit earned at another accredited institution. Next slide, please, Jody. With stay-at-home restrictions currently in place, Gonzaga, like many other institutions, has implemented several virtual visit options across campus. And these include various campus tours, residence hall tours, information sessions. We've been participating in a lot of Zoom chats with the admissions staff, and we also offer some admitted student webinars. Gonzaga does plan to hold campus operations this fall, and the university operates its own health center on campus, which is really the reason why we're able to be so prepared. And we're prepared to supply and equip student, staff, and faculty with protective resources. We do have a COVID-19 task force in place, and we've been diligently working with the Spokane County health officials like Bob Lutz and Mark Springer to help bring our students back to campus this fall. And it'll most likely look like they're going to come back in segments. As we all know, the phases of reopening Spokane, it's vulnerable to change, and planning is really centered around the state and local decisions. But prospective students and community members are welcome to watch for updates on our website. And next slide. The Office of Admission for both undergrad and grad would love to hear from any students that have questions. And thank you for your time.
Awesome, thank you. Appreciate it. I forgot about Gonzaga having their own clinic on campus, so that's a great resource to have given our current health crisis. So thank you for sharing. All right, next we'll be hearing from Grand Canyon University. Hi, Minus. I'll kick it off to you.
Thanks, Jody. Hi, so Minas Viemnit, recently new University Development Manager here at Eastern Washington, Northern Idaho. Also who will be presenting is a colleague of mine. His name is Cameron. So he'll introduce himself, but he's a very knowledgeable person, so excited to have him here. So if you can go to the next slide. Thank you. So GCU is basically, it's Arizona's private university. It's located in Phoenix, Arizona. It was founded in 1949. You know, we have close to, as of last year in Q1, 70,000 plus online students. One of the great things about GCU is not only do we have an online presence, but we also have a ground presence in Phoenix, Arizona. If you can go to the next slide, please. GCU, it serves as an affordable higher education institution. It has 9 distinct colleges that offers over 200 programs, including over 150 online programs that's developed for a Christian worldview. It's very student focused. One of the things that GCU is really excited about is we have what's called a one-stop shop process. We have what's called a university development counselor. Each territory, so for example, Spokane, certain places in Idaho, Coeur d'Alene, and whatnot, we have a university representative that will physically go meet these students to help them with anything they need. We like to call them a one-stop shop because not only do they assist them with their applications, but they assist them with anything that they need to move on in our institution. Not only that, we have what we call a graduation team. We work as one, where you, instead of being passed on from one person to another, it's one team helping you from beginning to end. And it's obviously with the COVID-19, as Audrey stated, I apologize, we've transitioned to more Zoom meetings until this goes over, which we've been very successful with some webinars and Zoom one-on-ones where we're able to assist those students. Next slide, please. And I think Cameron will go from here.
Thanks, Minas. Yes, thank you for having us today. I wanted to give a quick highlight about our 8 distinct colleges at GCU. Jody, I'm going to kind of fly through these and just give a high-level overview so we can stay on track with time. In our College of Education, we have 3 different groupings of programs. We have a set of programs for initial teacher licensure, a set of programs for advanced master's programs for those who are already teachers, and we have a principal initial licensure program for those who are looking to become school administrators. In our Colangelo College of Business, our most popular program, especially with transfer students, would be our Applied Management program. We also focus on entrepreneurship, and in doing so have built a new 300,000 square foot facility in Phoenix called Canyon Ventures. And Canyon Ventures allows our students, both traditional campus in Phoenix and our online students, to be able to start their own businesses. And we provide them free facilities in order to do that, as long as they agree to hire either students as interns or members of our local community as their employees. In our College of Nursing, Healthcare, and Healthcare Professions, Some of our highlights would be our RN to BSN program, which is available for nurses that are looking to complete that higher level bachelor's degree. We also have an MSN program series with a variety of emphasis areas, a Doctor of Nursing practice program, and several allied health programs for those who might be in healthcare non-nursing fields. Our College of Fine Arts and Production is mostly traditional campus students. Would be for fine arts such as dance, music, digital film. These are all offered on our traditional campus in Phoenix. In our College of Humanities and Social Sciences, you'll find all of our programs related to psychology, sociology, communications, our clinical mental health counseling programs, and addiction counseling programs. In the College of Science, Engineering, and Technology, one of our newest and definitely a high interest area would be our engineering programs, information technology, cybersecurity, biology and chemistry, and our pre-med program. Being that we are a Christian university, we have a fully accredited College of Theology on our campus as well. Our programs for divinity, Christian studies, and ministry all live out of this college. And then finally, our College of Doctoral Studies. We do offer quite a few different PhD, EDD, and DBA programs that are available 100% online. You can find more information with Minas. I think is the last slide there with his contact info. Oh, one more slide, sorry.
Yeah, so just one of the biggest points that we speak to is not only do we have our ground campus, but we also have the online program for the working individual. Our UDCs that I spoke about earlier are very knowledgeable into the local scholarships, as well as ways that students can find ways to go to school. So we definitely always ask that you utilize them or myself so we can make sure that you have the best route to fulfill your educational goals. And if you go to the last slide, this is my contact information. The counselor in the area who's actually on the call is Tracy Sanders, but I wanted my information on here just so I can be able to answer any questions or assist any way I can. Thank you again, Jody, for getting this together, and really appreciate it.
Great, thank you for sharing. Lots of great programs. I'm excited to kind of dig in some more. Keep forgetting about all the programs that everyone has, so this is a good reminder for me as well. So next we're gonna go back to community colleges of Spokane. So I believe Lori is going to start off for you guys.
Yes, thank you, Jody. Hi, this is Lori. Shelby and I will be talking with you about the community colleges of Spokane. And there's a reason we have the word community in our name, is we're here to support the community for whatever efforts you're looking toward in your next step in education. So you can apply now. Our application is open year-round. You can start any quarter with the community college. It's a free online application, and will take you about 15 minutes to get in, and you will be accepted. So we offer about 100 or more programs between the two community colleges. So we have things from transfer degrees. So if you have a desire to go on for a bachelor's degree and beyond, you can start at the community college, get a great affordable education, get your feet wet, and then move on from there. So we have several transfer programs in associate of arts, associate of science, business, nursing, a few others. But we also have several, almost 100, that are career technical programs, 1- and 2-year programs. Some are even shorter than that, maybe a couple months to earn a certificate that will get you ready to go into employment. So that's a lot of what we do at community colleges, get you ready for employment. So we have advisors on campus to assist with that process, transfer advisors to help you if you're ready to transfer on to a university. Whatever your need might be, that's what we're helping with. Right now, in our current environment, just like everyone else has said, we have a lot of things going online right now. So the entire enrollment process is online, and we are there to help you at every step of the way. Recognizing that college can be a little bit confusing, and sometimes you don't know what you don't know. So we're there to answer those questions for you. Right now, it's planned that we will be back on campuses in fall unless things change, but right now both campuses are looking at being back on ground. and with some adaptations, obviously. So we're working on that pretty regularly. If you're a student who has maybe a couple college credits, maybe you started college right out of high school and it wasn't the time or the place for you at that point, we can look at those credits. We can also look at your prior learning activities, so employment things that you might have that would work into credits for you. So we would like to sit down and see if that works best for your situation. We have a lot of students who are part-time, so that's pretty typical for our student bodies, both at Spokane Community and Spokane Falls. So the other thing, paying for college, our financial aid deadlines have been extended because of the COVID. So applying for financial aid right now is still a good plan if you're looking at starting with us in the fall. So we look forward to that. You would get to be a Sasquatch. We kind of excel at social distancing, so we would love to have you come be a Sasquatch with us. So I'm going to turn it over to Shelby, who's going to talk a little bit about resources.
Helps if I unmute myself. No matter how many times I do this, you still forget. All right, so resources, thanks for that great slide, Lori. We have lots of things available to all of our students, and we hit on a few here that we feel are especially beneficial to our adult learner population, but I'll just point out to start, I'm at SCC in particular, and our average student there is in their mid-30s, so it's not uncommon to see folks who are in different stages of life coming back or starting back up their education at various stages. So keep that in mind. It's definitely a welcoming environment for those adult learners. Head Start and Early Head Start programs, those are our childcare options that are either federally funded or state funded programs for preschool age children would be Head Start, 4 and 5-year-olds. And then the Early Head Start program is going to serve those kiddos who are prenatal to age 3. So those are great options depending on what you qualify for. You may be able to have free childcare. It's conveniently as a couple buildings over on campus while you're taking your classes, so keep that in mind. We do have free virtual and in-person tutoring. Tutoring has always been free for us and is such a great resource for our students who, math is very common difficulty point for some students to work through, or English, those are most popular, but tons and tons of classes that we can support our students through. And I think this office in particular has really thrived with the virtual setting because they already had a lot of those resources set up. So please utilize that if you plan on becoming a student with us. Workforce transitions funding, we always like to point this out for students who may be receiving other benefits from the state, things like BFIT, TANF, maybe you have worker retraining, different things like that that you're already qualifying for. This office will help you utilize those funds to go to school, or maybe you're currently on unemployment and you're not sure how to navigate that. We have individuals who specialize in those different areas and helping you get the most out of your education and continue receiving those benefits. So we'd love for you to pay them a visit. And then a lot of different things that we could have mentioned here. It's hard to put them all on one slide, but we do have food pantries on both campuses. Students can visit there as often as 3 times a quarter, as well as 1 hygiene visit per quarter for free. Just need to have their student ID card to be able to get those items. That student ID card is also coincidentally their bus pass. That's free. It's built in as a fee for students on campus. So that's something you could utilize starting with the very first day of classes. That bus pass will become active. So transportation, if that's an issue, we encourage students to utilize that. Fitness centers, we have beautiful facilities. SFCC just underwent a full remodel, so it's gorgeous over there. Everything from a rock wall to Olympic lifting. We have an aquatic center at Spokane Community College, as well as our own gym facilities, and a student health clinic. I didn't even think to put that on here until it was already talked about. But we do have a student health clinic at SCC's campus where our students can come in and get assistance anytime, whether they have insurance or not, as a benefit to being a student. And then Veterans One Stop, we have spots on both campuses to assist veterans in utilizing their military benefits or just being able to have a safe space to interact with folks. They have computer stations in there where they can work more privately if that's something that they'd like to do. Just feel like they have that sense of belonging and assistance that they need. And then continuing education and college prep classes. Our continuing education department, I think, is often overlooked sometimes because they have a unique set of offerings that vary from 3-month certifications to fully online programs. Things like our veterinary tech is really popular, as well as some of our other options on there worth perusing. But really, continuing education is all about catering to those individuals who may be already holding a degree but are looking to add certain credentials, whether it's within their current field or way outside of it on the other end of the spectrum, and they're not sure where to get started. There's some really great shorter term certifications here that we offer, and it's really easy to actually sign up, pay for those all through our website, and get ready to go each quarter. So that's something worth looking into as well. And we always like to mention our college prep classes. So we have a large population of students who are coming back to school, fit that adult learner mold, and maybe it's been a long while since they've utilized their computer skills or different things like that, and they need to shake off the dust a little bit. A college prep class is a great way to do that. Before they dive into those credit courses, maybe feeling a little underprepared. So college prep is a way to do it. It's offered every single quarter here, including summer, and it's $25 for tuition for essentially full classes every day, Monday through Thursday. So that's a really great benefit that we offer just to assist those students in being a little bit better prepared. That's all I've got for us, unless Lori has anything else.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. Appreciate it. So, next, we will go to Debbie with Washington State University Online Global Campus.
Great. Thank you so much, Jody. It's great to be here presenting this afternoon. So you can go to the next slide. So WSU Global Campus is the online division of Washington State University. We've been around since 1992 delivering distance education. Back then we weren't called Global Campus because classes weren't online. They were delivered remotely through course packs and whatnot. In 2012 is when Global Campus was officially designated as the online campus. We're 100% online, and we also like to say that we're 100% WSU. Our programs have been ranked by U.S. News and World Report for, gosh, I'm not sure how many years now, but we've been in the top 20 for online bachelor's programs for probably at least the last 8 to 10 years, I'd say. Next slide, Jody. Our campus really is focused on the adult learner. Average age of our students is 31, and they're coming from all kinds of backgrounds. Many of our students had started school at some point in their past. Probably life got in the way. They got married, they had children, they have had various career opportunities, and they realize it's time to come back to finish a dream that they started long ago. Others are starting off really fresh with us and have never taken any college courses, although we don't really cater to those traditional students, and adult learners really seem to thrive in an online environment. And they're also, although our primary audience is coming from the state of Washington, we virtually have students coming from around the country and across the globe, which really brings a very rich environment for learners. They're bringing their knowledge and adding their experiences to the whole learning environment, which is really very exciting. Next slide, Jody. So WSU, I had said originally it's 100% WSU, as well as being 100% online. Courses are taught by the same faculty who teach on either the Pullman campus, Tri-Cities, Spokane, Vancouver, or Everett campus. So students will get that same high quality experience as if they were attending campus classes on a physical campus. Each student is assigned an admission counselor, and we'll talk a little bit more and have some contact information at the end of the slide about admission counselors and how to really get your questions answered. Also, all students have their own personal academic advisor, and our academic advisors are assigned by college. So for instance, we have advisors who are specializing just in business courses or just in the College of Arts and Sciences. Excuse me, my voice is going out. We also have a dedicated career counselor who, it's really great. You can talk with our counselor even before you're a WSU student. So if you're just interested in figuring out what the best major for you might be, what a career option, what various career options are given majors, Chris Miller is our career counselor. He's wonderful and he's happy to talk with anybody, which is great. So next slide, Jody. So with the online classes, our format is set up so it's asynchronous. So students can attend class basically any time that's convenient for them. There's no time that they need to log in, although some professors and faculty do have some sessions that are synchronous and like office hours and some special group sessions to allow students to feel like they are getting to know each other a little bit more in a face-to-face environment. So that's a great option as well. All of our courses are based on a traditional semester. So they're 15-week courses for the most part, with the exception of the upper division College of Business courses, which are 7 weeks, which is nice. Students, once they get to the upper division, they're able to kind of power through more quickly, which is great. Also, summer session, which is going on right now, is we have the traditional 12-week session as well as multiple sessions throughout the summer. So we have 6-week sessions, 7-week sessions, even 3-week sessions. And we're currently using our learning management system is Blackboard, but we are, I'm happy to say, transitioning to Canvas, which is the platform that all of our colleagues across the state are using. So that's going to be a nice transition for students who've been studying at a community college. Next slide. So as I had mentioned, our courses are taught by the same faculty who teach on one of our various campuses. They, faculty are award-winning. We've got faculty who are not only teachers, but great scholars and doing interesting research in multiple disciplines. And as far as communicating within the online course space, we use various ways of doing that. Discussion board posts. Students are expected to use VoiceThread, sometimes Zoom for those either group projects or meeting with their faculty. And also that interaction really is, it's kind of an expected part of the experience. And what we find, which is really nice, is that a lot of students who in a face-to-face course who might not raise their hand, who might not participate as much, have that opportunity to take a little bit more time to really be thoughtful in their posts. And so they're really participating at a higher level and really getting a lot more out of their courses. Next slide, Jody. So we've got 20 different majors distributed, as you can see, in the College of Arts and Sciences. English and political science are our newest degrees, and anthropology in the College of Arts and Sciences. We have multiple majors within the Carson College of Business: accounting, MIS, management, marketing, and hospitality business management. Integrated Stratcom from the Murrow College of Communication. And then we have data analytics, which we've indicated here that it's from the Voiland College of Engineering, but it's actually a or interdisciplinary program, and so it's also associated with the College of Arts and Sciences. And then we have economic sciences from, we call it Connors because it's just too long to say all of those words. So next slide, Jody. We also have a couple of degree completion programs. So the majors that I identified on the previous slide, all of those programs, students can theoretically start fresh as a freshman. We have all the courses to support those. With biology and environmental and ecosystem sciences, students are expected to transfer in a few of the science courses into the program. And so we're happy to talk with folks to let them know what those courses specifically are at the community college level, so they're ensured that once they get to WSU that they've met those prerequisites and they're not taking additional courses. And then next slide, Jody. Okay, so let's get started with the application process. Next slide, please. So throughout the application process, we do have admissions counselors to help with the process. But basically, you know, the overview is
Debbie, I think we lost you. Are you there? Debbie? Oh, I think we lost her, unfortunately. So we'll go ahead. I apologize. Look, yeah, she's frozen on my screen. So their application process based off of what is on their screen. So certainly applying for financial aid, admissions, and then official transcripts, and we'll see if she bounces back, and it doesn't look like she has yet. Oh, looks like we lost her. We'll see if she'll log in real quick as we take a Zoom pause. Gotta love technology and everyone working from home and bandwidth and everything else. I think we've all experienced this, unfortunately, so we'll see if she comes back on quickly. All right, I don't see her coming back, so I am gonna kind of go through her slides real quick just so that I can be mindful of everyone else's schedule as well. So her role of our admissions counselors, everyone is assigned a global campus admissions counselor, so to be helpful along the way, which is great to have that one-on-one, similar to a lot of our other institutions that provide that service. And I keep watching to see if maybe she'll pop back up. So you can find out more on online.wsu.edu. A lot of great information available there, and I don't see that she has popped back up yet. So we'll let her make some final comments if she's able to join us again, but we'll continue on to WGU, Western Governors University. So Will, thanks for joining us all the way from the west side. I think you get the farthest commute today.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me, Jody. Hello, everybody. My name is Will Gable, and I'm a partnership manager for WGU Washington. Talk a little bit about more what that is later, but it's pretty straightforward. We have partnerships with community colleges here, as well as corporate accounts and whatnot, and I work with them across the board, me and several other people from our WGU Washington team. This is just a quick agenda. I'll try to go through these slides pretty quickly and hit the main points for everybody, so I don't take up too much time. So you go ahead, Jody. Just our mission here, improve quality, expand access to post-secondary educational opportunities. Go ahead, Jody. So here's some main points. I'm going to stay on this one for a second. So WGU is a fully online university, nonprofit. We're a competency-based education university. I'll talk a little bit about that in another slide, but what it comes down to is if you can prove that you're competent in the class or the course that you're taking, and then you can essentially pass out of that course and move on to the next course. So, you know, for the working professional that may have a long background already in a certain field, and then they go and they're getting their master's or bachelor's, and they can prove that they're competent in their course. It could be through a test or a paper, depending on which course you could basically pass out, move at your own pace on to the next one. Regionally accredited, of course, online, like I said, nonprofits. Go ahead, Jody. A little bit more here on the competency base. So we'll get into tuition, but we have 6-month terms that start every month. So you could you pay a flat rate for your 6 months. It's kind of a ballpark, but most of them are around $3,200, very affordable. And you pay for that flat rate, so then you enroll in your course. You have your mentor, you have a mentor as well, which I'll speak about next. And if you could prove competency in your course, you can move straight to the other one. But you do have to take one course at a time, so you can't, enroll into 6 courses and do, prove that you're competent in all 6 at the same time and then move on. So it's a one by one. Let's see if there's anything I really missed here. I think that's pretty straightforward. You can go ahead and go to the next one, Jody. So like I was talking about with being a nonprofit, very affordable, flat rate. It's usually ballpark around $3,200 for 6 months, which could start any month of the year. There's a resources fee. These will cover your books and whatnot as well, digital copies of them for the classes that you're going to take. And within that 6 month term, or throughout that year, you can get as many courses done as you can, as long as you can prove competent. Accept all financial aid, as far as larger universities as well. We accept all the same. Go ahead, Jody. There are several scholarships. WGU Washington was awarded more scholarships than any other state in the country last year. It was over $1 million in scholarships. So there's a ton out there. There are specific scholarships for students who transfer from, our partner community colleges, as well as, several more. It's very easy to do too on the WGU website. After you're enrolled, you can go in and basically fill out an application, and then it spits out all of the scholarships that you're eligible for, and then you can apply for them there. Go ahead. So this is what I mentioned a little bit earlier. So every student gets a program mentor, and this mentor sticks with them from start to complete. The mentor is from their college. So if they're, College of Business, if they're getting their bachelor's, then they'll get a mentor from that college. And they're not a mentor, or they're not a tutor or an instructor. They're more of somebody that you can reach out to at any point for questions or concerns. So just one quick example, with the whole COVID situation, a lot of folks from our healthcare college had to kind of put on pause their education because they were working so many hours per day. Well, they had conversations with their mentor about that, and that's how they you get the information from WG on how to go through that process to where we can help them out through this COVID time. But also they check in, mentors check in on them, see how they're doing. It kind of depends on, if they're falling behind, and then they might check in on them more. If somebody's on track, then maybe they'll just check in every now and then to see how they're doing and see if they have any questions. And they'll stick with them till the end. So that's a big thing that we do. These other things are pretty straightforward. We have the dashboard. Being a fully online university this whole time, it's really helped us throughout this time because we just have things that are already built in. So our students have just kind of either kept rolling depending on their personal situation or been able to get through it. So that's been good so far. You can go ahead and go to the next one, Jody. These are just different support groups that WGU offers through either alumni, there's skills support, there's different programs, webinars, all different types of built-in support systems that students can use digitally from wherever they are. Go ahead, Jody. This was just satisfaction survey from some of our students, or I believe it was a lot of our students that did it online. Just some quick percentages. We do see quite a few people that get their bachelor's through WGU continue on and get their master's as well. It seems to be a very big trend. They just keep rolling with it and do another 6 month term and then continue on with their education. Go ahead. We have bachelor's and master's degree programs in all 4 of our colleges. These are the 4 colleges that we have: business, healthcare, IT, and teachers college. A couple of the ones that I work with mostly are College of Health Professions, do a lot of RN to BSN programs and RN to MSN programs. IT is another big one, or it's growing very fast right now. Some of the bachelors, well, the bachelors that you can get through IT, and I didn't list them all here because I didn't want to just have a worded up slide. So to see all of our bachelor's and master's program and how much they cost, you could go online and all of that is up to date. With some of the IT colleges or with the college IT, some of the bachelor's programs, you will also get the industry standard, what are they called, certifications as well. So you'll earn those in your degree process as well. So that's been a bonus. Go ahead to the next one. Okay, so just talking about some transfer opportunities. You know, this is kind of just general information. We do have a WGU Partners website. If you just Google WGU Partners, it'll pull up all of the community colleges in the state. Jody, you can go to the next slide. Let's see. Okay, well, I'll talk about this a little bit real quick. On the WGU Partners website, and all of my contact information, if anybody wants, I can send them the link as well. It will show all of the courses that you're taking with your community college and how it fits into our bachelor's degrees as well. So it'll show all the credits that can transfer over. It's you know, not 100% accurate. Of course, we'll go through that when our enrollment counselors look at your transcripts, but you'll be able to see what courses will, you know, the pathway basically from your community college to WGU. So this is the admission process. This is basically how it works. I myself do not do applications or enrollment. We have an enrollment counselor team that does that. They review the transcripts and then they go through and put you through the process to get enrolled. You can start any month. That's a big benefit, I think, for a lot of people that want to just get going. Don't have to wait for any period of time. Go ahead and go to the next one. Oh, I guess that's the end. So there's my information. Please feel free to reach out to me, either email or give me a call. It's my cell phone. And if you could also just play around the WGU website if you want to see exactly what tuition costs and what programs we offer.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Will.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So now we will kick it over to Whitworth University.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. My name is Deidre Kelly. I'm an academic advisor at Whitworth University in our School of Continuing Studies. Jody, I just want to again say thank you for including us in this dialogue. We appreciate you hosting this because it's a great reminder that life doesn't have to be halted by COVID-19. Even though all aspects of our world have gone online, I appreciate we can still provide high quality education, just with a slightly different look right now. As some of you probably know, Whitworth University has been a leader in higher education for years as a well-known private Christian university. But many don't know that our School of Continuing Studies is celebrating its 100th anniversary in providing excellence in adult education. Next slide, please. The School of Continuing Studies offers programs in the evening, and this allows students to stay working in their jobs or with their other daytime responsibilities that they hold while earning a bachelor's degree. Right now, our courses are being held online, but traditionally we hold classes 1 to 2 times per week in the evening in classrooms just like this one pictured here, which is in our U District location. And since every student is unique in their learning style, some are not as thrilled about this online switch, but we're currently planning on piloting flex classes, which allows students to choose whether they attend in-person classes or from the comfort of their own home, depending on their personal preference. Next slide. Not only are our classes offered in the evening to support working adults, but they are in an accelerated format, with most lasting only 6 weeks, where students typically take 1 course at a time. This means that you get a chance to really concentrate on and understand the material. And as new classes start every 6 weeks, we kind of have a rolling admissions process. You don't have to wait to get started. We also provide something unique to the regional community with our generous transfer policies. These allow students to get credit for everything that they've already accomplished. So students coming in with either an Associate of Science or Associate of Arts degree, what we know as AA and AS degrees, typically only take 2 to 2.5 years to complete their bachelor's. Also, most AAS degrees, Associate of Applied Science, are accepted in our evening program thanks to our generous transfer policies, again, allowing students to only finish in 2 to 2.5 years. And if you haven't finished an associate degree and you're ready to get started, one of our advisors like myself are happy to evaluate transcripts for free and see what credits you have will transfer to Whitworth University. I do want to add that we also have students who have no college credit at all that still start with us and can get it done quickly. Our tuition is all inclusive. Your books are even provided on the first day of class. With our reduced evening tuition rate, it's competitive to many public universities. And currently, since students are not physically in class, we've been sending out our textbooks and other supplies to make sure students are still ready to go for their summer classes that started last week. And regarding financial aid, students have access to a variety of grants, loans, and VA benefits, like I remember someone mentioning. Finally, what I believe is the best part of attending our programs is what students call the Whitworth Way. Our entire team is dedicated to helping students succeed, which is apparent by our high involvement and connection with our students and their families. We recognize that attending college as an adult has many more challenges than it does for a typical 18-year-old. So we work hard to keep our students involved and help them overcome these challenges. For example, we know our students' children's names. We know what they're going through in life. And the same goes for their instructors, many who we've recruited because they're experts in the field. For example, our public service administration instructors are people who are in public organizations currently. And these people are highly invested in the students and giving them additional support and mentorship. So my favorite part of my job is connecting with the students and helping them find the success, and I'm really glad that they feel the same way. Next slide. If students are interested in earning a certificate or a bachelor's degree from Whitworth, there's several options to choose from in this evening format. We currently offer 2 certificates, one in operations management and one in accounting, and these 7 bachelor's degrees that are listed here. We have a teacher certification program, we have business and accounting programs, we have 3 service-based degrees, and a general humanities degree. We also offer a multitude of graduate programs, including theology, marriage and family therapy, business administration, many offered in the late afternoon or evening format for anyone interested in continuing a graduate program. Next slide. We are still setting up appointments with our advisors like myself every day, where we can evaluate transcripts, tell you more about specific programs, and prepare a timeline to completion for you. To set up an appointment with an advisor like myself, or to ask any questions you may have, you can visit this website at whitworth.edu/evening, or call our main office at 509-777-3222. Or you can check us out on Facebook at Whitworth Evening just to see what we're up to. Finally, I just want to remind everybody that we're here for you in this time of uncertainty. We absolutely welcome the opportunity to meet with someone, whether it's to talk about their aspirations, whether it's a career change, a better paying job, just a personal dream to get a bachelor's degree. We are here to see if a Whitworth degree is right for you. Thank you all so much for your time.
Great. Thank you, everyone, for sharing about your institutions. I know it's always fun for me to learn little new tidbits along the way. So I appreciate you guys taking the time and joining us today. If anyone would like to find out more about any of these institutions, we will have this recording available on our Greater Minds website, hopefully by the end of the week, or you can contact me directly via email, so jbrandt@greaterspokane.org, or visit our greatermindspokane.org. And I have links out to all of our different institutions. And I know any of us are more than happy to meet with you and tell you a little bit more about our programs and our opportunities. So thank you again to all of our presenters. I appreciate you guys taking the time, and then we could get together online. I can't wait till we can actually get together in person and meet that way. But again, thank you all so much. And if anyone has questions, feel free to email any one of us. Have a great day, everybody.